Hello and welcome back to this week's episode of A Little Bit Unglamorous. Today I am bringing you the ultimate Grammys recap episode. I spent $12 to watch the Grammys. Was it the greatest decision? Probably not, but it ended up being worth it. I will say that, but nevertheless, I want to preface this by saying I missed the first hour because I was trying to find a channel that streamed the Grammys. It turns out I didn't have CBS or Paramount Plus, and I tried to get a free trial. I looked everywhere. I looked online for it to be streamed. Apparently the Grammys has a hardcore lock on that, on the copyright, because anything that was posted was taken down immediately. So I ended up paying $12 for Paramount Plus Showtime. You had to get not even the free trial, you had to get the upgraded one. So we're going through it all. I actually missed the first hour, like I said, but it repeated, so I kind of got a little gist of the beginning of it, but at that point, I had been watching the Grammys legitimately all day. I started watching at 3 o'clock. I watched the pre-red carpet. I watched the red carpet. And then I discovered that I didn't actually get the channel that streamed the Grammys right when it started. So I was frantically trying to find a channel. So first I want to get into some of the notable looks that I saw on the red carpet. And then we're going to go straight through a little bit kind of chronologically. I make up the rules here, so we're going to talk about what I thought was the most interesting at the Grammys, and towards the end I was like, okay, I'm over the Grammys, but like I said, it ended up being worth it. There were a lot of notable things that happened. There were some surprises that happened, some good outfits and performances. So first up, I want to get into some of the pre-show outfits. And it's raining outside right now. You probably can't hear it, but on the off chance you can, that's what's going on in the background. It is supposed to downpour for the next few days, and apparently in San Diego it was flooding last week right when I got back, and some of the images that I saw, I was very surprised because where I'm at, I don't know if I just have a higher ground level or better storm drainage right here, but knock on wood, I'm fine. So, but I kind of like a little bit of rain. I'm in my cozy Eras Tour sweater to commemorate the occasion. And let's talk about some Grammys pre-show outfits. So the first person I want to talk about is Miley Cyrus, and I scoured the internet. I came prepared today, so I'm going to show you some photos on the screen, and for all of my audio only listeners, I know there's a couple of you. Sometimes I like listening to podcasts without audio too, if I don't have a TV nearby, but I'll try to describe it to you the best of my ability. But we're going to pull up Miley Cyrus first. I think she had 4 outfit changes of the night. She looked phenomenal. Let's see, where's my little folder? I even numbered them all in order. Why aren't they in the folder? Oh, here we go. All right. So my first outfit of Miley Cyrus of the night, when she showed up on the red carpet, she has this gorgeous, God, what is it, 80s wind-blown hair. She just stepped out of a wind tunnel, but she looks glam at the same time. And Miley is known to show some skin. Her body looks freaking amazing, so I don't blame her. She's wearing this see-through mesh metal outfit with this metal bra, and it's complete with metal underwear underneath, and she is rocking it. She looks so good. I think she said on the red carpet that she was running late, and I think she was one of the first awards of the night, and she said she almost missed it and she would have been so upset, but we'll get into that later. I'm going to try not to get off on a tangent right now because we're going to talk just about the outfits, but I love this look on her. I know Miley is always trying to push the envelope a little bit, but I think this is the perfect mix of classic Miley, but not going too far where she looks crazy. She looks classic glam, but with a sexy medieval spin. Next, she changed into this outfit while she was performing. First of all, the body is bodying. I don't know if I need to take up Pilates or what. I think Miley says she does yoga, and I think she has an at-home Pilates studio, and that's on Being Rich. But she has really, I mean, back, I know it's been years and years and years, but when Miley first came out on the scene to now, it's just this crazy transformation. She looks amazing. So her outfit is this cutout sequin feather number, and it just like screams sexy showgirl. And I will say this, Miley really knows how to put on a show. She has the most amazing stage presence of any performer, really. So I'm actually surprised that she hadn't won a Grammy before. This was her first Grammy. She won it for Flowers, and I'll get into that later, but I'm just really surprised by that. This next outfit she changed into is like this sweetheart neck lace full-length bodysuit. It's strapless, and she has this feather black boa. The whole thing is black with her strappy sandals, same blowout hair. She looks amazing. This is such a fun look in my opinion. Okay, and then I just realized that I was missing one of Miley's outfit changes. This last one is it a jumpsuit? I think it's a sequin black jumpsuit with a high neckline, a slit down the front, and it's such a fun look. I feel like it goes really well with her hair being very 80s, very over the top, and she wore this to accept her first award of the night. So I had a feeling that I forgot another outfit of Miley. She changed outfits so many times during the night. She actually had 5 outfit changes, and this last one is actually my favorite. I had to scour the internet because I knew I was missing something, but here it is. This is the last outfit of the night. It's gorgeous. It's this deep maroony brown sequin dress, and the top part kind of looks like a toga, and then it comes into full-length dress, but it has a plunging slit for the leg, like as possibly high as it can go. I think it's being held by a single strand of fabric at her waist, and then she has the feather boa of my dreams. It's seriously this huge, fluffy, gorgeous brown feather boa, matches the outfit perfectly. Some slingback heels, and then a perfect little bag, which I believe she actually wore on stage while she was accepting her second Grammy of the night, and it is a small little clutch with bamboo detailing, and this is the outfit she wore when she was joking that she might have forgot her panties, which she did clarify on Monday. She was in fact wearing panties, and they were custom Gucci along with the rest of this ensemble. Next up, we have Billie Eilish. She showed up as usual with her brother Phineas. They are a songwriting duo. Billie was rocking her iconic reverse ombre. I feel like the only person who could ever pull this off is Billie Eilish. She had the red roots and black bottom hair. She wore a bomber jacket that is vintage Barbie, and I think it was upgraded just for her to wear the Grammys, and she just looks ever so cool. I feel like it's really neat how she can change up her style. She'll look grunge, and then she'll decide to be girly, and I just feel like Billie can do it all. They were big winners of the night as well. I just need to have a moment for Heidi Klum. When I saw her on the red carpet, I could not believe it. Heidi looks like she is like 25. She looks so young. That must be why she has such a young husband. I did not know this. My mom told me that she has a very young husband, so I had to Google it. Heidi is 50. She does not, I cannot believe that. Her husband is 34 years old. Go Heidi. I guess they just got married in 2019. I had no idea, but she looked phenomenal. Next up, we have Kylie Minogue. I saw her on the red carpet. She was being interviewed by Laverne Cox, who E! had as their correspondent interviewer of the night. She did a really amazing job. I'd never realized that Kylie Minogue was so short. I had to Google it because standing next to Laverne Cox, it was such a drastic difference. Kylie is only 5 foot tall. I did not know that, but I love the red, the matching red lip, the matching peep toe shoe. She just looks so cute, and she just seems like she has a really kind, sweet personality, and she just really stood out to me. I like her a lot. Next up, we have the adorable Olivia Rodrigo. She looks stunning in this white floor-length gown, and it's just a very classic silhouette with Swarovski crystals embellished all over it, sweetheart neckline, and some fun little metal detailings on the straps. She's wearing her classic red look, and I feel like her hair is also done in a very throwback way, very vintage glam, and I just feel like she looks so amazing. She also did an outfit change as well to perform her song Vampire. She changed into this stunning satin red dress with a plunging neckline, and it just fit her body so amazing. It's just kind of, you know, when you're young, you think, wow, I wonder what it must feel like when you get older and you're jealous of people being young. Well, I feel like I've officially arrived, because when I look at Olivia Rodrigo, it reminds me of when I was in high school thinking like, wow, I'm hot shit. I can't imagine what it feels like to get older. And now I'm like, can it stop? I don't want to get any older. But I'm officially an Olivia Rodrigo stan. I just think she is really up and coming. She is adorable, and I think she did a really great job on her performance that night. And then I have to just talk about Doja Cat. Oh my god. I hope I don't get flagged for putting up her image, but it is censored. I don't know what was going on with her. She is wearing this corset top that is showing her nipples and some grandma glasses, fake tattoos all over. At least I'm fairly certain most of them are fake, especially the one on her forehead. I'm pretty certain she doesn't have a forehead tattoo, but she just looked chaotic. I feel like artists that do things because they want to be talked about, like crazy outrageous thing, like remember when Lady Gaga used to wear crazy things like the meat dress? And yeah, I think people did. The meat dress got a lot of talk, but I feel like no one was really talking about Doja Cat and her nipples being out on the red carpet, unless I missed it. But I was just really shocked by her outfit choice, and I don't know why, because she's worn some pretty outlandish things in the past to award shows. And of course, Queen Taylor Swift, she showed up on the Grammys red carpet. She had Lana Del Rey with her and her manager. She's wearing this gorgeous white gown with a thigh-high slit, some black peep toe shoes, and I like that she has the long black gloves to go with her outfit. I thought a really fun detail is she's wearing a watch necklace, and I feel like the first time I saw this was when Julia Fox wore it on the Drew Barrymore show. And so she's wearing the necklace, and of course it's set to midnight, and all the Swifties, and myself included, were going crazy because she has been giving so many hints about dropping Reputation Taylor's version, and people suspected that maybe she's dropping something at midnight, maybe it would happen at the award show, and if you watched, you already know, but right now we're just talking about the outfit, and I think she looks great. I was just thinking the other day how I really hope she brings back her classic ringlet curls. I know she has to drop her debut album still, so I feel like she might do some throwbacks to that, but I really miss her curly hair. I think she mentioned that as she got older, her curls kind of stopped being as voluptuous, which I totally get. You know, as you get older, your hair tends to change, but she looks gorgeous, and honestly it wasn't the direction I was expecting her to go in, but then again, a lot of things happened throughout the night was not the direction I expected it to go in. Okay, so we got to talk a lot about Taylor Swift. So As I mentioned, she had been hinting about dropping Reputation Taylor's version for the longest time, and the morning of the Grammys, she changed her social media profile pictures black and white. A lot of her friends also changed their profile photos black and white. Of course, black and white being Taylor's version, Reputation aesthetic. Also, in the beginning of the night, there was a teaser that there was a special they didn't say performer, but a special announcement at the end of the night, and everybody was going to be floored by who this global, like, well-known person was, and they were going to be shocked, and it was supposed to be a big secret, so people were wondering what that could be. Maybe is Taylor performing? And my biggest piece of evidence that Reputation Taylor's version was dropping was this music video from Karma. She was holding a cup of coffee. I'll put a photo here. And she has one thumb painted blue for 1989 on the 8, and the other one is black, and it is conveniently pointed at the 2. So 8 for August, which 1989 was announced in August. 2 for February. Reputation hypothetically should be released in February. I don't know. Right before the award show as well, her website started glitching. Swifties were quick to look into it and read the source code, bringing us back to our MySpace days. There's nothing the Swifties can't do, including HTML. And they quickly discovered that it was a fake glitch. And even in the source code, it had Easter egg words. And if you unscramble the letters of this error code, it read red herring. If you look up the definition of a red herring, which of course we all did, it is a clue or piece of information that is intended to be misleading or distracting. So we quickly figured out what that meant when Taylor won her first Grammy of the night, which is coincidentally her 13th Grammy. And she announced a brand new album, which no one was expecting at all. It's called I keep wanting to say Dead Poets Society. You know that movie with Robin Williams? Oh, Captain, My Captain, when he stands on the desk. That was a good movie. But anyway, it's called The Tortured Poets Department. It comes out on April 19th, so my birthday is coming a month early this year. I am so excited. First of all, does this woman sleep? She's on a world tour right now. She has multiple re-recordings that she has been doing. She's got a new man, and she shows up to all of his events very publicly, and she's also dropping a brand new album. I am so excited, to say the least, and my first impressions of the artwork, I'll put it up on the screen, of course. So my first impression was, damn, this album's giving sexy vibes. It kind of reminds me of, the name reminds me of Folklore Evermore. I feel like it's going to be very lyrically deep, and I feel like the songs are going to be focused around heartbreak. I feel like we're going to get all of the details about the Joe breakup. And I also saw earlier today that she posted the track list, and I just want to go through some of my favorite song titles because, first of all, My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys, So Long London, I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can, Love of My Life, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Wow, she is, I think Joe should be shaking. Post Malone is featured on the album, so is Florence and the Machine. I love both of them. They're amazing artists. I remember at an award show, I think Post Malone won his first award for Oh gosh, the name of the song fails me, but it was his first award, and I think Taylor was walking by, and she said, "I'm so jealous of that bridge. I wish I wrote it." And I don't know why, I just remember that moment, and I think it just happened to be caught on camera. Taylor's 11th studio album, 11 albums, oh my god. So I think it's really funny. So the title is The Tortured Poets Department. It's very unlike any other of her album titles. She's typically gone with the 1-word, 2-word titles in the past. And I was looking around online and I saw something else that made me laugh. And apparently there's an interview of Joe Alwyn, and he was talking about how he had a WhatsApp group with some of his co-workers, and it was called the Tortured Man's Club. So people were putting 2 and 2 together. Did it inspire this title? The tagline of the album is "All is fair in love and poetry." She said she's been keeping it for 2 years, and I really feel like we're going to get all the tea. We already know You're Losing Me was written in December 2021. I feel like these are all of the albums that she just had that she couldn't release when things were kind of not working out, and I feel like we're gonna get it all, and I feel like it's gonna be melodically kind of like Folklore and Evermore. I could be wrong. I feel like every album she comes out with is just completely different, but I'm really excited. All right, so off my Taylor tangent, we're gonna get on with the rest of the Grammys. So Trevor Noah was the host, and he did an amazing job. I know everybody was shitting on Joe Coy for hosting the last award show, and he just made jokes at people's expenses. I feel like he really couldn't read the room, because you're in a room of people who are patting themselves on the back for all of their amazing achievements, and you're making jokes at their expense, and it just didn't hit. Trevor Noah, all of his jokes were in good fun and in a positive light, so I actually really enjoyed him as well. He kept it light. I think he kept things moving, and it seemed like he did a lot of improv. Like, as people were walking in, he kind of acknowledged them, and he kept things flowing really well, so I really liked him. Olivia Rodrigo took the stage for Vampire. Oh my god, I showed the photo earlier. She looked amazing. Side note, Taylor Swift was standing and dancing during her song. I know there's been a huge debate on if they've had some sort of strife. I don't know. I also saw a clip online of another point of view that after the performance, it looked like Olivia blew her a kiss from the stage. So I guess we'll never know, but we love to see women supporting women. And Olivia is so young too. She has had like incredible stardom at such a young age. She's just had hit after hit. She's on her 2nd studio album, and people love her. Gen Z loves her. She's got a young audience. I saw an article the other day that said millennials even love her, and it's funny because I feel like generations in the past, if you were 30 and up, you had no idea what the kids were listening to, and now we're all listening to the same songs, buying tickets to the same concerts, and I just, like I said, I love Olivia Rodrigo. I just want to like live through her. She rocks that red lip. She is my Gen Z queen. I'm a Olivia Rodrigo stan. You've heard it here first. I just love her. So Oprah makes an appearance to announce a Tina trip. Oprah makes an appearance to announce a Tina Turner tribute. That is a tongue twister. That was performed by Fantasia Barrino. That is a name I have not heard in a long time. Fantasia Barrino won season 3 of American Idol, so a long time ago, and honestly, I haven't really heard much of her. I know she's had a long-standing career since then, but I guess I haven't followed it. But she did an amazing job. They did like an homage to some famous songwriters that had recently passed, and, you know, displayed them on the screen. Jay-Z wins the Global Impact Award, and I still don't know what that is. Did they have that last year? I can't remember. I feel like they always make up awards, but Jay-Z has had a long-standing career. He took the stage with his daughter, Blue Ivy, who's 12 now. She looks a lot older than that. She was wearing this gorgeous dress, and some people were criticizing that the outfit she wore was a little too mature for her. I thought she looked amazing. You know, when you're standing on a stage being judged by the world, of course people are going to have their opinions, but she looked very classy. But she does look a lot older than she is. And I didn't know that she also has her own Grammy. I guess Beyonce featured her on one of her songs. I think it's called Brown Skin Girl. I haven't heard it, but so Jay-Z took the stage and his speech was a little questionable. He straight up said some people didn't belong to be in some of their categories, and he was kind of seemingly talking about, you know, how the Grammys snubbed Beyonce. Beyonce didn't take home any Grammys. She also had one of the largest selling world tours of the summer, right behind Taylor Swift. Well, not right behind her, actually quite a bit behind her, but both of them were the tours of the summer. And you know, I haven't really followed Beyonce too much since I think at one point she took all of her music off of Spotify and sold it exclusively on her and Jay-Z's website. And she had, I think her Lemonade album was exclusively on that, and it was supposed to be a visual album that composed of mainly music videos. And because of that, I never really heard any of the songs, only the main ones that were played on the radio. I think when artists do that, sometimes it has an opposite effect of what you want. I remember when Taylor Swift pulled all of her catalog from Spotify to make a point that artists weren't getting paid enough for their streams. Streaming was still kind of in its early stages back then, and I admit this was before I became a huge fan, but I didn't listen to her music back then because it wasn't readily available. I didn't listen to Beyonce's music back then because it wasn't available. So Jay-Z had some words for Beyonce being snubbed. And side note, she was wearing this big white cowboy hat, and for some reason the only thing I can think of was, it kind of peeves me when people wear large hats indoors, especially in an atmosphere where there are tons of people trying to see a stage, for example. And it just brings me back to when I went to go see Taylor in concert. Coincidentally, the two girls in front of me, and I'm not very tall either, they were both wearing those furry, fuzzy cowboy hats that they were selling outside of the venues. And I just remember, like, in all of my videos, or almost all of them, you can see their hats obstructing my view. And I just think it's so rude. I don't know. I know it's allowed, but that's my unpopular opinion. So Billie Eilish wins Song of the Year for What Was I Made For. That was the song that was written for the Barbie soundtrack. That song pierces my soul the second I heard it. And when I saw the music video, it's very fitting. I think it was a very well-deserved award. Barbie was the most impactful movie of the year, arguably, and that song really gave it the impact that I think Greta Gerwig wanted. It made you feel emotional, and it just really made you dig deep and think about those moments in your life when you're just questioning everything. You don't know if you're doing the right thing. You don't know if you're on the right path, and you don't know who you are, and it just really embodied all of that. So I thought it was a well-deserved win. Joni Mitchell also took the stage. She is 80 years old, and I used to Love Actually used to be my favorite movie. It's a British holiday movie, and Joni Mitchell's soundtrack is all over it, and she sang the hit song from that. And I thought that was so cool. I can't believe she's still singing. It kind of reminds me of Tony Bennett. He was an icon, and he loved performing, and he performed right up until he passed. So that was a really cool, impactful moment. Something also random that I have noted is that I feel like Flava Flav, I've seen him a couple of times with Taylor Swift. I feel like he loves Taylor Swift, especially when she came out with Midnights, because he's really popular for wearing those giant clocks. And I used to love 2000s trash TV. In 2012, I watched Flavor of Love, and I don't know what he's been doing since, but he's randomly at all of these award shows and randomly has a bunch of pictures with Taylor Swift, and I think it's so funny. So Miley Cyrus, as I mentioned before, she won Record of the Year for her single Flowers, and she gets up on stage, and like I said, I did not know it was her first Grammy. I'm actually very shocked by that. But she gets on stage, she thanks the gays, and she says she doesn't think she forgot anybody in her speech, but she might have forgotten underwear, and I just thought that was so Miley and so funny. I saw the internet was noticing that she definitely left out her dad, Billy Ray Cyrus, in her acceptance speech. She always thanks her mom. Her mom, Tish. I feel like her mom, Tish, is always wherever she's at. So she was there with her, and she thanked her mom. And I think recently Miley cut Billy Ray out completely, rightfully so. He recently married a girl from the set of Hannah Montana that is her exact age. And that's creepy and weird, and anyway, it's a shame, but something noteworthy I saw online. Christina Aguilera was randomly there too. She presented an award. She's looking skinny. And I don't know if she's openly said she's been on Ozempic, but I've read a lot of articles that said she's lost like 40 pounds because she is on Ozempic. But she's looking like when she did in Burlesque. She is looking skinny. And I think she has a residency in Vegas right now. And I was also perusing online and randomly saw the other day that Perez Hilton went to go see her Vegas show and didn't have very positive things to say about it. People, despite her being the most iconic voice of this generation, people said that she wasn't that great of a performer, which I was kind of surprised by, but apparently they are saying she just did 60 minutes, which that's her contract obligated time, didn't really speak to the audience or engage them much, sang a lot of abridged versions of her songs and not even her most popular ones, so ones that only like stans would really know. So, and I know these Vegas tickets are not cheap either. I remember when Lady Gaga was in Vegas, her tickets were like $500 a seat, and I could not believe that. And I was also very thankful that I got to see her at the very beginning of her career. I think it was the Fame Monster. It wasn't even a tour. She was at the House of Blues in San Diego. I think she just performed at clubs. Like, I mean, there were concert venues, but like, you know, really small ones. It was standing room only, and I think I paid $20 for the ticket, and I was like right up front. So anyway, I can't imagine paying $500 now, even though she is amazing, deserves all of the notoriety, but that's a lot of money. Billy Joel took the stage for the first time in 30 years with a new song. So a lot of iconic moments happened at the Grammys, and this leads me to the point of the night where everybody was waiting for and talking about this so-called surprise guest. I don't know if it was supposed to be a performance or what. It was supposed to be a globally renowned icon, and everybody's jaw was supposed to be on the floor seeing this person. So Celine Dion takes the stage, and my jaw was on the floor because I know I talked about it in recent podcasts, but she's been not doing well. She's been very sick lately with stiff person syndrome, and all of the updates I keep saying are not good ones. There's no cure for this, and it just seems like a really awful, debilitating disease. At first, when she walked out on stage, I was like, oh my god, is she gonna sing? But she came out and she announced, what was it, Album of the Year? Yeah, she came out and announced Album of the Year, which was Midnight's Taylor Swift. So Taylor takes the stage, and I also saw this internet drama of people were upset because it looked like Taylor ignored Celine Dion or like dissed her. She literally just got on stage and was just in complete shock that she won. And I think there was a photo of them backstage. So that was just, you know, silly internet talk. It was really good to see Celine Dion. She looked so happy to be there. You could tell she misses the stage. I know she loved performing. She had to cancel her world tour because of this illness. And I know she just looked so happy to be there and so grateful. I really hope the best for her. Celine Dion is an icon. Like, she's a legend. So Taylor wins Album of the Year, and she becomes the first person ever to win that award 4 times. So prior to that, she was tied 3 ways with Frank Sinatra, Stevie Wonder, and Paul Simon. So I guess she's tied 4 ways. So she surpassed them by winning, and she becomes the first person to win it 4 times, breaks a world record. I feel like every time she wins an award, she breaks some sort of record. But by the time she won that, I kind of got tired of watching the Grammys. I'm not going to lie. At that point, I had been watching the Grammys for like 7 hours. I watched the pre-show, I watched the red carpet, and then I watched the actual show. So it was, all in all, worth it. It was exciting. I cannot believe, I mean, the main thing, obviously, I took from the night is Taylor has a new album dropping. So this is kind of like the Grammys recap, but also, oh my god, Taylor's dropping a new album episode. So sorry, you knew what you're getting into. And I am so excited. What was your favorite part of the Grammys? Did you watch it? Apparently you can only watch it if you had CBS or Paramount Plus, so I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't. But let me know what your favorite moments of the night were. Are you excited for Taylor's new album, as excited as me? And until next week, I will see you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining. I love doing updates like this every single week. I think I'm gonna go catch up on 90 Day Fiancé. I have a whole season 10 to catch up on. You know I love me some 90 Day. It's nice and rainy. I'm gonna cuddle up on the couch, maybe make some popcorn, and I will see you guys in next week's episode. Bye guys.